So Virgo, this is Jesse with 44 Astro with a new moon tarot reading for the new moon coming up on March 10th. This will be a new moon in Pisces. Ooh, right there, 20 degrees Pisces. It's going to be at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be in the 28th mansion of the moon. That is the last mansion of the moon. And because it is the last mansion, it's about completion. I'll put a picture of it up. New moons are about new beginnings. The last mansion of the moon is about completion. Prosperity lies ahead, Virgo. The astrology right now is basically most everything is in Pisces. There's a vast majority of planets in Pisces. Saturn's in Pisces, the sun's in Pisces, the moon's in Pisces, Mercury's in Pisces, Neptune's in Pisces. The stellium, of course, Saturn's not touching that stellium. Didn't want to go any further. But the rest of the planets are the sun, the moon, Mercury, and Neptune. This is very dreamy energy. This is sacrifice. This is loss. These types of things. It's very spiritual in nature, faith. Boundlessness, right? It's not about having boundaries like Saturn. It's the opposite. It's about no boundaries. If you are a Virgo ascendant, you're talking your 6th or 7th house. The 6th house is your house, the house of your physical health, but it's also represented. It represents little pets. 7th house is the house of your one-on-one relationships or your spouse. That will be lit up for you, one of those two houses, depending on the degree of your ascendant, if you are a Virgo ascendant. The only real rough aspect right now is Uranus touching Mars. So careful of explosive anger or frivolous sexual encounters could be also indicated by that, like out of nowhere. But like your 6th or 7th house, all that dreamy energy there. It could even represent loss there. So it could be a loss of a relationship. It could be a loss somewhat of physical health. But it could be just your ideas about your physical health or about your relationships. Maybe you have dreamy ideas about those aspects of your life, how you want to feel or how you want your health to be or how you want your relationships to be. But all that dreamy energy is nothing without action. So make sure you take action. Well, you're crowned by the Wheel of Fortune, so the wheels are turning. It says prosperity lies ahead, so could be some kind of fortunate event for Virgos. Transformation may be involved in some way, or a Scorpio may be involved in some way. They're both represented by the M, except one is up with the point because it's more of a aggressive type energy, and the Virgo's curved around. It's represent service and the Virgin and all that. Both number 13 because M is the 13th letter of the alphabet. So 13 may be significant for some of you. Current situation, balance, patience, guidance, spiritual guidance. And with Pisces, like I said, all this energy in Pisces, it can be very spiritual. You may be trying to enter into, like I said, if it's your 7th house, spiritual type relationships, your one-on-one relationships, you want spiritual relationships, And if it's your physical health, maybe you think meditation is the new way to feel healthier. But it's crossed by this, which is very practical energy, or by an earth sign individual. Could be you, male or female, doesn't matter. This could be an individual that you know, though, but it also could just be, maybe you're being guided by this person, or this is you being more practical than spiritual in nature. And that's why, you have this guidance card, a very spiritual card, temperance, balance, but it's being crossed by your need for materiality, or by the need of money, or maybe you've got some windfall of money because it's saying prosperity lies ahead. But don't let that take you from your spiritual practice. It's important that you don't lean too much one way or the other. You want to try to find a happy balance. Like I said, you're crowned by the wheel. So this is destiny. No matter what you do, this is going to happen. Now, this could be something to do with like luck as well. With prosperity lying ahead and the Wheel of Fortune here, it could be some really fortunate turn of fate that comes your way and blesses you in some way and gives you some kind of like lucky break, right? It could be a message came in recently. This is in the recent past. You may have had a message that came in suddenly out of nowhere about whatever this is, right? And it could be about an earth sign individual or someone that has money and somehow that money came to you, whether it be through inheritance, like maybe they passed, or they're just giving it to you. Or this is you getting some money. Somehow it just, because Virgos are earth signs. Somehow you receive some kind of blessing. It looks like financially. In front of you is strength. This is a very strong, this is basically having power over the material realm. Not being afraid, having courage, being strong in your convictions. Not afraid to put your hand in the lion's mouth, so to say. So many of you, this is giving you a massive boost in confidence. Whatever this message is that brought this prosperity in, like it's giving you a boost of confidence. Or it's going to give you a boost of confidence. This is your unconscious influence. This has brought about some sort of completion to something. This is a blessing. This is the wheel going full circle. You got the wheel and the world. Both of them are a circle. Completion. It's like a goal has been accomplished. Something that's made you very confident and happy. Or it's about to make you very confident and happy. This message that comes in or has come in. And it clearly has to do with prosperity in some way. That doesn't necessarily have to relate to money, but it probably does. Most people probably look at prosperity as money. So if you look at it that way, that's how it's going to present itself to you in life. But it could be abundance or prosperity in many other ways. Relationships, just overall, social interaction. Doesn't have to be economic. It could be spiritual growth, spiritual prosperity, any of that. But it's looking like it's material for sure, just because of these cards in the middle kind of represent a lean toward the material aspect of things instead of the guided, more spiritual polarity within us, because we have both. Current situation, or this is you right now. You are sitting like the king. You are sitting like a very happy, confident king. This is the most confident king right here, King of Wands. So you're feeling really confident. You could have fire in your chart, right? But this is you. So you're feeling good. You're on fire in a good way. It feels like prosperity's all over the place. Looks like you may be juggling money. Maybe you are investing or using your money to try to turn it into more money. And whatever that is, investment doesn't necessarily have to be stock market. It can be you invest in a home. You can invest in a project of some sort that isn't necessarily going to give you fruit immediately, but will later. It could be that you're juggling all this money. It could definitely be that if it's prosperity and you got the Wheel of Fortune here. It could be very profitable. But it doesn't necessarily just have to be like winning it. It could really be something that you've worked hard on, because the outcome card is the 10 of rods. So, and you have lots of ideas right now. The advice is saying use your imagination. Use it. If you have a lot of resources, you have a lot of abundance, you have a lot of prosperity, use your imagination. Find ways to use it. You want to keep the flow of money going, in and out. Not just in. It doesn't work like that. The flow of money means both. It has to have both. To be whole and to be moving, it has to have both sides of it, in and out. If you block off the out and you're just trying to get it in the in, you're going to block the flow. It's just how it's going to work, because there's going to be no more flow, because you're only trying to keep one side of it. You need it coming in and out. That's how you get both sides of the yin and the yang, and you keep it in harmony and keep it flowing. And it looks like it's saying work hard as well. The outcome is that you will be working hard. But I don't think, in this situation, I don't think you mind. It looks like it's something that you want to do. Or whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe it's not even, because, Virgo's all about service. So maybe that you're already trying to volunteer and help in some way, whatever that may be, even if it's just for family members or friends, you're trying to be helpful. It may turn into something very profitable. It may turn into something prosperous. And you may really lean into that as your work, right? Or you don't need to work for money. Maybe you have plenty of money now, and you're able to use that in some way to help others. And you're going to work your butt off at it just because it's fulfilling. But it's saying use your imagination. Use your imagination. That's an advice. Use your imagination and work hard. Yeah, you don't want to let whatever this is pass. If there's an opportunity that can come from this, and it's saying you're going to feel like you're on fire. You're going to be courageous. You're going to feel like you're willing to put your hand in that lion's mouth. You're not afraid. Some kind of message came in. Something came to you. Or something's coming. Some kind of message, some kind of situation just comes out of nowhere. Lights a fire in you. Something you're going to be real passionate about. It's going to transform you. You're going to have to work hard and use your imagination. Be creative in whatever it is that you do, whether it could be art even. It could be writing. Any of that. It could be just spreading information, knowledge. All that's good. All that's helpful to others. And Virgo is about service. There's a lot of dreamy energy with all this Pisces energy going on right now. But just make sure that you don't get caught up in the dreamy aspect of it and not take action. And don't lean too much materially. Don't lean into the material too much. Even if you are being blessed abundantly materially, don't let it separate you too much from the origins of all, which is the spiritual or the even unconscious, the energetic aspect, the non-linear, non-form side of things. God, spirit. Don't let it take you away from your spiritual practice. But either way, prosperity lies ahead, and you got the Wheel of Fortune. It's looking very good for you, Virgo, at least financially. Anyway, with that being said, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it helps me, and I'd be grateful, and it will help push the videos. They'll share them more. The algorithm will. Either way, I'm grateful that you're here, and I hope to see you here again, Virgo. Bye. Happy new moon.